a very even first half, and then it just seemed like you come out flat in the second half and just weren't able to reel that margin in.
Oh, look, I think it's been a disappointing month for us. The alarm bells have been going on for a while. I think there's a few guys down on form, but one thing you can't do is come up against a team like Mount Gambier without work ethic. And I thought, although the first quarter went our way a little bit, our intensity and our efforts from our starting group was really poor. And I think the pleasing thing for me is some of the young kids are really stepping up, and that intensity goes to another level when we get some rotation. So yeah, we've always been good with our backs to the wall. It'll be interesting to see how we respond next week in a must-win game.
Speaking of the youngsters, they got a bit of time tonight, and you were rotating a lot of players and trying to change things up. Were you trying to find someone to really step up and get a spark?
I've said all along, our young guys have been a big part of the reason why we were on top of the ladder. It's probably the challenge for me now is some of the starters are down on form. We haven't shot the ball well for a while now, so yeah, it's again we've got a group of guys that can get it done, and we've just got to make sure that now our backs to the wall, that we can get some wins over the next couple of weeks.
Was the last quarter there was a bit of intensity, and it kind of went up a bit of a notch by the boys? Was that pleasing to see? But it was too late in the end.
We say it every week. It seems we got away with it against the Tigers and Nuttawading at home, but you come up against a side like this, back-to-back champs, so it's not going to happen. So we've got to adjust and make sure this is finals basketball. That intensity in the fourth quarter needs to be there for 40 minutes, and that's the hard thing for me to take.
We talked about this in the live stream broadcast. Myself, Brent Costello, and Mark Nash. We talked about this of who would Hobart face between Albury and Geelong. Do you have anyone in particular, or you're not faced?
As Richard said, a final's a final. It doesn't matter who you play. I'm more worried about our group than what's coming in here next week. It's going to be a real challenge. It'll be interesting to see what guys step up and take on the challenge next week, because there'll be a bit of pride on the line.
So the focus in training is to get your senior guys to be more leaders this week and really step it up a notch?
No, I just think right now it's your leaders that are going to win championship. We pay people to play this game, and we expect them to, and they've been great for most of the season. It's just the last 3 or 4 weeks it seems to have just switched off, and hopefully now it's a must-win game. We might play that fourth quarter for the whole game. We're
hoping you kind of get out of this form slump that seems in the last month. You've just got out of jail on the last few games. Crowd tonight, they made some noise. Were you happy with the response of the public?
I think one thing that this season has done, it's turned the club around, both on but also off the floor. There's some exciting things happening away from the game as well, which will be announced shortly, and I think this club will be very powerful in the years to come. So that's the pleasing thing. We've had some really tough challenges over the last 12 months, but I think the buy-in from the south now and a couple of sponsors coming on board, we're really looking forward to a few good years.
Well, Stewie, we hope that we can turn around I'm assuming next Friday night. Hopefully we'll get confirmation by the league, but all the best for next week, and hopefully we can get a win.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
Everyone, please thank Stewie.